Hi everyone, today we will be discussing about the next heterocyclic compound called thiophene. What is thiophene? Thiophene is a 5-membered heterocyclic ring containing sulfur as a heteroatom. And the name itself, you can recognize the structure of the molecule. Thio, it means sulfur. So whatever is a heterocycle, when thio is present, a sulfur moiety is present as a heteroatom. So what is thiophene? Thiophene is a 5-membered heterocyclic ring containing sulfur as a heteroatom. And sulfur belongs to the same oxygen family. It contains 2 lone pair of electrons. As you can see clearly in the structure, it is a 5-membered ring containing sulfur as a heteroatom. The sulfur contains 2 lone pair of electrons. Thiophene is a 5-membered heterocyclic aromatic compound with sulfur as heteroatom. In thiophene, 4 carbon atoms and sulfur atom are sp2 hybridized. As you can clearly see from this structure, the molecule of thiophene, the 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 carbon atoms which are forming bond with sulfur to form a cyclical structure. It is aromatic, it is heterocyclic, and the heteroatom is sulfur. And the hybridization of this molecule is sp2. So if you clearly observe the structure, all the bonds, that is, if this is the carbon-carbon bond and carbon-sulfur bond. And if you consider this carbon, this will be the carbon-carbon bond and this will be carbon-carbon bond. If you consider this carbon, it will be carbon-carbon bond and it is a carbon-carbon bond. If you consider this one, this is a carbon-carbon bond and this one is carbon-sulfur bond. So all the bonds are sigma bonds and they lie in the same plane. You know that sp2 hybridized carbon will be trigonal planar in shape. So as the carbon of thiophene is sp2 hybridized, the shape of the molecule will be, the shape of the carbon will be trigonal planar in the hybridized state. Each carbon atom will contain a single unpaired electron in its p orbital, which is oriented perpendicular to the plane of the molecule. And this we will see in the electronic configuration of carbon and sulfur. When we come to the carbon, as you know that the atomic number of carbon is 6, the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The electronic configuration of carbon is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. The outer electronic configuration of the ground state outer electronic configuration of carbon is 2s2, 2p2. As you can see here, this is the s orbital and these are the p orbitals, px, py, pz. So s orbital has 2 electrons and p orbital has 2 electrons, px 1, py 1 and pz 0. So in the excited state, one of the s orbital electron will jump to the p orbital, pz. So it forms single unpaired electron in each orbital. That is, s orbital contains one single unpaired electron, p orbitals contain single unpaired electrons in px, py, pz. Now every carbon utilizes 3 hybrid orbitals to form bonds with adjacent carbon, or it may be with carbon and sulfur, or it may be with carbon and hydrogen. So every carbon requires 3 bonds, so it utilizes 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. The hybridization takes place this way: 1 sulfur orbital electron and 2 p orbitals will combine to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, to form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. And the p or the unpaired pure, and this is a pure p orbital containing single unpaired electron. This is a pure p orbital containing single unpaired electron. So here in the, as you know that in thiophene the carbon atom is sp2 hybridized, so it requires 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals to form bonds with adjacent atoms. So one s orbital will combine with 2 p orbitals to give 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, which the carbon will be utilizing to form bonds with carbon, or it may be with hydrogen, or it may be with sulfur. And the pure p orbital containing single unpaired electron will be lying perpendicular to the plane of sp2 hybrid orbitals, perpendicular to the plane of sp2 hybrid orbitals. If you have any doubts regarding this structure, you can refer back to the furon structure. There we have clearly explained with the structure of hybrid orbitals. And coming to the electronic configuration of sulfur, sulfur 16, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4, and the outer electronic configuration is 3s2, 3p4. Ground state outer electronic configuration is 3s2, 3p4. As you can see, the s orbital contains a pair of electrons. The px orbital contains a pair of electrons. Py is single unpaired electron and pz is single unpaired electron. In the excited state, the electrons which are present in the px and s orbital will jump into px, py and pz to form two lone pair of electrons in the pure p orbitals. In the p orbitals, to form two lone pair of electrons. These are the orbitals which are holding the lone pair of electrons. So here also the sulfur, as you know, it is utilizing sp2 hybrid orbitals. So one s orbital combines with two p orbitals to form 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. Out of these 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals, the sulfur will utilize 2 sp2 orbitals, 2 sp2 hybrid orbitals to form bonds with adjacent sulfur. The sulfur will form bonds with adjacent carbon and adjacent carbon. As you can see here clearly, each s orbital, the sulfur will be utilizing one sp2 hybrid orbital and another sp2 hybrid orbital to form bonds with adjacent carbon and adjacent carbon. And one sp2 hybrid orbital of sulfur, will be holding a lone pair of electrons. One sp2 hybrid orbital will be holding a lone pair of electrons, and the pure p orbital will contain another lone pair of electrons, and another pure p orbital will contain another lone pair of electrons. So these are the electrons, these are the lone pair of electrons which are present in the pure p orbital, which are involved in delocalization, that is resonance effect. Therefore the molecule of thiophene is aromatic. If you have any doubts regarding the outer electronic configurations, the excited state, you can refer back to furon. More or less the electronic configurations and the excitation states will be very similar. So as we said, the pure p orbital contains two electrons or a lone pair of electrons, is oriented perpendicular to the plane of sulfur atom. Contains one lone pair is present in sp2 hybrid orbital and the another lone pair is present in pure p orbital. So the lone pair which is present in pure p orbital is lying parallel to the p orbitals of individual carbon, so that these p orbital electrons will be involved in delocalization. So altogether, what are the different types of bonds formed? We'll have a quick glance at the structure. So what are the different types of sigma bonds formed? Looking at the structure, this is carbon-carbon bond, this is carbon-carbon bond, and this is carbon-carbon bond. So altogether 3 carbon-carbon bonds, and this carbon is forming a bond with sulfur, and this carbon is also forming a bond with sulfur. So 2 carbon sulfur sigma bond, 2 carbon sulfur sigma bond, and each carbon atom is associated with one hydrogen atom. So it forms 4 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds, 4 hydrogen carbon sigma bonds. As you can see, it forms 3 sp2 carbon carbon sigma bonds and 2 sp2 carbon sulfur sigma bonds and 4 sp2 carbon hydrogen sigma bonds. Thiophene is aromatic in nature since it follows the Huckel's rule of aromaticity. What is Huckel's rule? 4n plus 2 pi electron system, and here the n value is 1 for thiophene. So 4 plus 2 is equal to 6, and as such you can see clearly from the structure, thiophene is having 6 unpaired electrons which are involved in delocalization. Coming to the molecular orbital structure of thiophene, as you know that each carbon will be holding a pure p orbital with single unpaired electron, and the sulfur will be holding 2 lone pair of electrons. One lone pair is present in pure p orbital. This is a pure p orbital, and this is the sp2 hybrid orbital which is perpendicular to the plane of pure p orbital. So sp2 hybrid orbital also holds a pair of electrons, but the electrons which are present, the lone pair which is present in pure p orbital is involved in resonance. Why? Because the sp2 hybrid orbital electrons are lying perpendicular to the plane of p orbital, so they cannot involve themselves in resonance. And coming to the sigma bonds in thiophene, as you can clearly see, these are carbon carbon single bonds, sp2 carbon carbon sigma bonds, and this is sp2s, the sp2sp sigma bonds. This is not sp2sp, it is sp2s carbon hydrogen sigma bonds, sp2s carbon hydrogen sigma bonds. And coming to the sulfur, sulfur does not have any hydrogen atom linked to it, it only forms bonds with adjacent carbon, so it is sp2 sigma bonds, sp2 sigma bonds 2. Coming to the pi bonds, we have discussed earlier here itself. These are the pi bonds which are involved in the molecular orbital structure of thiophene. So this is the complete structure and electronic configurations, the ground state, their excited state, outer electronic configurations, and the molecular orbital structure of thiophene. Coming to its preparation methods, thiophene. First is from acetylene. acetylene, acetylene. Acetylene, when treated with hydrogen sulfide in presence of alumina at high temperatures, the reagents are important, the substrates are important, and the conditions are important. Acetylene, when treated with hydrogen sulfide in the presence of alumina at high temperatures, thiophene is obtained. In the case of thiophene is obtained. CH triple bond CH and CH triple bond CH. 2 moles of thiophene when 2 moles of acetylene. So, I beg your pardon, 2 moles of acetylene when treated with hydrogen sulfide gas in presence of alumina at high temperatures, the molecule undergoes ring cyclization to generate thiophene, and the byproduct obtained is hydrogen. So this was preparation method from acetylene. Next is from sodium succinate. What is succinic acid? In the last class we have seen that succinic acid is 1,4-butane 1,4-dioic acid, butane 1,4-dioic acid. And now here you can say that it is sodium succinate, so it is a sodium salt of succinic acid. So wherever this is a carboxylic group, C double bond O, OH, if it was OH then this is a carboxylic group. Now I am making it into a salt by treating with a base like sodium hydroxide, so it forms acetate, sodium succinate, CH, C double bond O minus, this is succinate. The succinate comprises of butane 1,4-dioic acid. So from sodium succinate, as you can see, what is sodium succinate? It is butane 1,4-dioic acid. Succinic acid is butane 1,4-dioic acid, and sodium succinate must be the carboxylic groups should lose their proton to form carboxylates. These are called carboxylates. C double bond O minus carboxylate, and this is also a carboxylate. So this sodium succinate, when treated with phosphorus trisulfide, it undergoes ring cyclization to generate thiophene from sodium succinate. Sodium succinate, when treated with phosphorus trisulfide, on heating it undergoes ring cyclization to give thiophene. So two methods, one is from acetylene and another one is from sodium succinate. And the commercial method of preparation is from N-butane. You know that N-butane is C4H10. So N-butane, when treated with 4 moles of sulfur, it gives thiophene plus hydrogen sulfide gas. So these are the three methods. One is from acetylene, the another method is from N-butane, and the another method is from sodium succinate. Coming to the chemical properties of thiophene. Thiophene undergoes electrophilic aromatic substitution reaction similar to that of furine. Thiophene, similar to furine and pyrrole, undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction at C2. If you really want to understand why the electrophilic substitution occurs at C2, write down the resonance structures. What happens if an electrophile attacks at third position and what happens if an electrophile attacks at second position. So here the scope for formation of C2 product is more. Why? Because the resonance structures or the resonance structures obtained when the electrophile attacks at second position are more. So greater the number of resonance structures, greater will be the stability. In order to understand the resonance structures, refer back to furon structure, in which we have elaborately discussed how to write the resonance structures when an electrophilic attack takes place. So here thiophene, similar to furon and pyrrole, it undergoes electrophilic substitution at C2. Substitution at C3 occurs only when second positions are occupied. So now this is the important function or important rule. When C2 is occupied by some substituent, then only electrophilic substitution will take place at third position, that is C3 carbon. Now the first reaction, nitration, similar to pyrrole or furon. Thiophene, when treated with acetic anhydride in presence of nitric acid in acetic anhydride at low temperatures, it gives 2-nitrothiophene plus acetic acid. For this, mechanism was explained in the last class. So refer back to the mechanism, how the electrophile nitronium ion is generated. So this was about nitration reaction. Next, sulfonation. Sulfonation is nothing but addition of a sulfonyl group or sulfonic acid. The product form is sulfonic acid. So thiophene, in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, gives thiophene to sulfonic acid. The structure of thiophene to sulfonic acid is thiophene at the second position place SO3H group. So that becomes thiophene sulfonic acid. And coming to the next method, this will be the another method of sulfonation. Take thiophene and treat it with sulfur trioxide in the presence of pyridine, and sulfur trioxide is an electrophile. It is a neutral electrophile. It is not positively charged, but it is a neutral electrophile. So when you take thiophene and treat it with sulfur trioxide in presence of pyridine, like a weak base like pyridine, what is the product obtained is thiophene to sulfonic acid. Next is halogenation. In that we will study about chlorination at normal temperatures and at low temperatures. So thiophene, when treated with sulfuryl chloride, similar to that of pyrrole. We have performed this reaction, and we have studied about this reaction when we have studied pyrrole. So thiophene, when treated with sulfuryl chloride, it gives 2-chloro thiophene, it gives 2-chlorothiophene. There is a small mistake in this structure. So thiophene, just write down in your running notes. Thiophene, when treated with sulfuryl chloride, it gives polyhalogenated derivative, that is 2,3,4,5. 2,3,4,5 tetrachlorothiophene. It is 2,3,4,5 tetrachlorothiophene. And how do you get a desired or selected 2-chlorothiophene molecule? So in order to obtain 2-chlorothiophene, we need to optimize, or we need to change the reaction conditions. So listen here. Thiophene, when treated with sulfuryl chloride at low temperatures of -30 degrees centigrade, the halogenation preferably takes place at second position to give 2-chlorothiophene. Write the reaction for this. Thiophene plus sulfuryl chloride at -30 degrees centigrade, it gives 2-chlorothiophene. And thiophene in presence of sulfuryl chloride, polyhalogenated derivative, that is 2,3,4,5 tetrachlorothiophene is obtained. Next, bromination. This is selective bromination. Thiophene, when treated with N-bromosuccinimide, imides. This structure was explained earlier in the last class. So succinimide, this is N-bromosuccinimide. On the nitrogen you have a bromine atom. So this is, and this structure is imide, N-bromosuccinimide. When treated with thiophene, it gives 2-bromothiophenone. It gives 2-bromothiophenone plus succinimide. This is the structure of succinimide. It gives 2-bromothiophenone plus succinimide. Bromination, thiophene plus N-bromosuccinimide, it gives 2-bromothiophenone plus succinimide. Next is Friedel-Crafts acylation. For this Friedel-Crafts acylation, take any Lewis acid like or a D block element, the halogenated derivative. So thiophene, when treated with acetyl chloride, CH3, C double bond O, Cl, in presence of stannous chloride, SnCl2, stannous chloride, SnCl2, acetyl chloride. In this, the electrophile is CH3, C double bond O plus. So acetylation will preferably takes place at second position. So the product obtained is 2-acetyl-thiophene. The reagents and the conditions are important. So when you are studying about thiophene, write down a quick notes with some examples. As we have discussed, the thiophene will be treated with acetyl chloride. In presence of stannous chloride, it gives 2-acetyl-thiophene. Why? Because the favorable position of attack for the electrophile is second position. Next, chloromethylation. So for this chloromethylation, take thiophene and treat it with formaldehyde or formic acid. In presence of HCl. The product obtained is 2-chloromethylthiophene. As you can see, at the second position there is a chlorine and which is linked to methyl group, chloromethylene. But when we are linking it to carbon again, we call it as chloromethylthiophene. So at the second position, the preferable attack will take place at second position to give the product 2-chloromethylthiophene. Reaction with N-butyl lithium. As we have seen in the last reaction when we were studying about furan, this is the same reaction. In the first step, thiophene when treated with butyl lithium. What is butane? C4H10. And what is butyl? C4H10 minus 1H, that is C4H9, butyl. C4H9 minus Li plus N-butyl lithium. So here in the presence of ether, it gives 2-thiophene lithium plus butane, 2-thiophene lithium plus butane. So this 2-thiophene lithium in the presence of carbon dioxide and HCl. In the presence of carbon dioxide and HCl, it gives thiophene to carboxylic acid. Most of the examples or mechanisms are given in the last class. They are very much similar. So just refer back to the last classes. So here 2-thiophene lithium when treated with carbon dioxide and HCl, it gives thiophene to carboxylic acid. Thiophene to carboxylic acid. So this was about the chemical reactions pertaining to thiophene. And coming to the drugs under the class of thiophene. The first drug is tiaprofenic acid. TIAPROFENIC. Tiaprofenic acid. Tiaprofenic acid. So as you can see, this is a drug under the class of thiophene. So first write the sulfur, the heteroatom containing sulfur, that is thiophene, and this thiophene is linked to propionic acid. Pro and ic. There is a propionic acid moiety. 1, 2, 3. This is propionic acid. This part is propionic acid. As you can see, this part is propionic acid. So this propionic acid is attached with second carbon. There is a link with the second carbon to thiophene. So this is propionic acid. It has a sulfur, it has a propionic acid, and this has a ketone moiety. It is linked to benzene with a ketone moiety. So this is tiaprofenic acid, and the category is NSAID, that is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It is a pain reliever. It is used to treat arthritis pain. It is used to treat arthritis pain. Coming back to the structure, first it consists of a few thiophene structure and profenic acid. There is a propionic acid moiety. 1, 2, 3. Propionic acid. At the second point of the propionic acid is the link between thiophene and propionic acid. And adjacent to this sulfur, it contains ketone group which is linked to benzene ring. So this is the structure of tiaprofenic acid. It comes under the class of NSAID, used to treat arthritis pain. Next is suprofen. The suprofen also contains sulfur, thiophene, the thiophene structure. In this case, the thiophene is linked to a carbonyl group and to the benzene group. The thiophene is linked to a carbonyl group, and through it is linked to a benzene group. And this benzene group is linked once again to profenic acid. This is propionic acid. 1, 2, 3. Propionic acid. The point of linkage is also second. So this is suprofen. It also comes under the class of NSAID. It is exclusively used as topical ophthalmic solutions. So easy to remember the structure. Suprofen, it consists of thiophene, which is linked to a carbonyl group and to the benzene ring, and on the benzene ring at para position you have a propionyl group, propionic acid group. The point of attachment with benzene is second point, that is beta position. The alpha position is carboxylic group. The beta position is linked to the benzene group. So this is suprofen. The category is NSAID. It is used to treat it is used in topical ophthalmic solutions. So this is all about the drug or the heterocyclic compound. It is all about the heterocyclic compound thiophene. So thiophene is a 5-membered heterocyclic ring containing sulfur as a heteroatom.